Hey everyone, and welcome to Prehistoric Kingdom beta time. And today we are going to start off with Camp Prehistoric, which is obviously pretty clearly a take on Camp Cretaceous, the Netflix series. And we are going to basically take that as an inspiration, even though this first build is likely a lot more than just an inspiration. It is straight one by one, nearly one by one, the Camp Cretaceous treehouse that you are used to be seeing in the first couple of episodes of season number 1. So just finishing with season 4, it just kind of felt good to go back to the origins, and what better game to do that than Prehistoric Kingdom, right? So yeah, I decided to go for that just because I thought it is a pretty interesting setting and just in general a pretty interesting way to do it. Now, I took a little bit of time with the beta, first of all. Like, I haven't been rushing to put out a video on the first 2 days, simply because I wanted to find myself in a spot where I know exactly what to do, because in all honesty, the last couple of weeks have been so crazy with the Planet Zoo DLC announcement. Jurassic World Evolution 2 is doing crazy. We ended our franchise mode in Planet Zoo as well, and even some other games came across. So there has been a lot going on, and we are now only on the verge of the next DLC around the corner lurking for Jurassic World Evolution 2 as well. So there's so much going on that I didn't want to, rush things here and create something that I'm not really happy with in the end. Now that said, I'm extremely happy with the outcome of this one now. In total, nearly 10 hours went into this first build. It's really crazy. 3 hours of it made it into this speed build. So 15 and a half minutes, I think it's like even 17 minutes now in a speed build, which contains already most of the major building parts. I cut out quite a lot of trial and error, like things I tested, which I'm going to talk about in a couple of minutes, what exactly that was. And yeah, before we really talk about that build, I want to address a couple of things here with this game and how we roll on from here. So obviously this is going to be a beta that is going to be improved along the way. That means there is no need for us to go crazy now and test everything in the first couple of days, and that's exactly my approach on that. I will take it easy and I will try to make a very solid progress throughout the phase of beta with all the upcoming updates. There are a couple of things that I want to highlight why this is necessary, and I think especially when it comes to this build, there were things showing. Clearly, it's a beta and it will have flaws, and there's absolutely no issue with that. However, especially when it comes to building, there were a little bit too many little things in there, which caused also the 10 hours that went into this build. Mainly because of multiple issues around selecting pieces. I had a really hard time selecting pieces, simply because of the outlines of the elements of the pieces, or simply because there is no multi-select within a group available. So a couple of these things really slowed down the otherwise insanely quick building process. I think scaling things and having this free rotation 360 degrees. It really bunches up it really improves the overall way how to play the game. You don't really need that many pieces as you need in other games, and I love this freedom that we have in here, and I think it's clearly a really good way to go when it comes to a sandbox approach. I actually would say that I love this a lot. There are also a couple of things that I wish to have, and mainly this is gonna be keybinds. I would love to have keybinds in here, simply to have a better time jumping between Planet Zoo and Prehistoric Kingdom, because they share 99% the same building process system, wise. The only difference is that we have a resize tool in here and we don't have that one in Planet Zoo, but that is basically about it. Everything else is exactly the same. However, they don't really share the same keys, which is kind of a struggle here, and I would love to be able to just rebind my keys to the same as I'm used to from Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster, because it would not make sense to change it now, as it's hard baked into my body for the last 4 years, so there's really no need to do that. Other than that, I think there are some pretty cool improvements already in the beta I have spotted. Some of the creatures are looking pretty cool. Like I checked a lot of things. First of all, I like the fact that we do have a spawner now for guests. That we have a free control to see from where they are coming. We have a couple of new lovely textures. We have quite a bit of stuff that is really really nice and really makes a lot of sense, to be honest. And yeah, I'm a big fan of how that all worked. And also you will see a couple of minutes of a break in here sometimes, because I was just like trying to get some reference images, and stuff like that is really important as well. But yeah, let's continue with this build and the story behind. Now, obviously, as I said, this is mainly inspired by the Camp Cretaceous series from Netflix, and I want to say mostly season 1 and 2, partly I guess season 3 will play into it, but I'm trying to not spoil anything here for those of you who, for whatever reason, if you are enthusiast for Jurassic Park or whatever, which I think is pretty much likely when you play this game or check out this game. I'm not going to spoil anything here, but I'm really interested in the idea behind this camp, which I was surprised how little you see actually in the series. Like I turn on Netflix again and I just kind of skip through the series to get some references and through the episodes, and I was kind of impressed by how much the series focused on the characters and the creatures and really only shows fractions of locations, keeping the overall I think idea more an idea rather than actually showcasing it. So that means you still have to work a lot with your imagination. I think this is also partly why this series is so good. It just kind of gives us an idea of what that location is looking like, but it doesn't really show the full location, and we can just build that in our minds where that would be on Isla Nublar, but it just really doesn't show it exactly, and I think that's something I really liked. I really like this idea, and I really like the fact that it focuses on the character building and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm quite a fan. I'm quite a little fanboy of Camp Cretaceous, not gonna lie here. And yeah, I really hope you guys like the setting as well. Now, the question is pretty much, what are we going to do with this? So I think the Treehouse is mostly going to be the one location that is really, really close to the actual build stuff in the series, but we will take this this building style and this overall design to the next level by just interpreting that in our own way, have an interpretation of the style of this treehouse of Camp Cretaceous architectural style to translate that into our actual camp Prehistoric here. That means we are going to experiment with a couple of other things. We obviously won't have the chance to have some marine creatures in here just now. We also don't have the chance to have some actual big aviaries at this point. That's something for later, but we do have a couple of new creatures in here that we can do some cool stuff with. We can also make obviously loads of fake things, like fake zipline adventures, as I love to do as well in Koali Zoo. So a couple of things that will make its way back in here. But first of all, we are going to focus obviously on making some more creative and more natural at the same time habitats this time around. So you will see in the real-time part that I have some creatures roaming around in here, some like Parasophilus, and I don't even know who the other ones were I put in. I just put some in just to have some creatures roaming around for the moment, because I figured some of the herbivores can actually roam around freely in the camp. But other than that, we are also going to have like big restaurant areas that feature maybe also kind of a habitat, and there is just endless possibilities in what we can do, and we can also do some one-off builds I'm looking forward to quite a bit as well. But this is going to be our main park. Camp Prehistoric is going to be our main park, main project for the beta, which will see and receive most of the improvements over the time, if performance and save games and whatever will do it. There's always the risk that these things don't work out during a beta. I do fully have that on my list, so I might also try to have some saves in between. But yeah, so let me just quickly talk about this treehouse in particular and the design. Now, you have seen me now doing all this by hand here and the roof and stuff, and I'm like, I'd say 90% happy with how it turned out to be. The reason for that is that there is still things I would love to improve I decided against it mainly due to the lack of a proper selection tool, because it just took ages to individually always click on each individual piece to multi-select pieces. And then when that was done, I just, that just took forever. And I thought, you know what, doing that again is just ridiculous. Another way, I thought I had the idea to, use a little trick that used to work actually in the alpha, doesn't work anymore. So if you merge things together to a group, you can't resize the entire group anymore, which is a bit of a pity, because I thought, you know what, I'm just going to work my way around by just merging things into a group, have that group resized all the way, and then just merge that back into another group. That just kind of didn't work. So yeah, I had to individually select every single piece, which is a bit of a drama, but we went through it, and it's working out fine. Now, let me tell you, this build in particular, I think shows the capabilities of this game quite well, because there is so much in here that makes you aware of how limitless the creations can be, especially with that staircase in the middle that the guest should actually be able to use. I've not seen them using that quite yet, which is basically down to the fact that I haven't actually tried it. And honestly, though, there's also no reason to go up for them. So maybe I'm going to put some shops and stuff there and just test if they can make it up there. But technically, how the game works and stuff, it should work. Like, for me, there's no possible reason why it wouldn't. So, yeah. And then going back to what this game also has as another beautiful strength is the fact that you have a mix between a brush tool and the normal individual trees. And you can see I'm now at this point, it's all about relocating things a million times until I figured the right location. And it just was a pity to see, because I started off very close to the edge of the park and I haven't really realized that. So I moved everything just more into the middle, which I basically cut out most of it. So yeah. A couple of things I needed to change just in order to make it look better. And also, I'm not entirely sure if this is down to driver issue I still have or whatever, but sometimes the game seems to be pretty hazy to me. Now, at this point over here, you can see it's totally fine, but some other times in the video, you might have seen that there is some haziness. And no, it's not about the weather, because I always put the weather back on sunny when it turned darker. I tested some of the weather effects, which look great, but for building, weather effects are always just more of a pain than anything else. And at this point, I figured that there are some actual sunshades in here. But I was at this first moment when I saw the sunshades, I was a little bit mad, because I thought I used the wrong pieces. But I did a little test off screen then before I went on with this one over here, which then showed me that actually the sunshade pieces wouldn't have done the job as I needed them to be. So, it's fine to have them in, but they are not what I would have used anyway, so I'm not too sad about not using them. Anyways, now we actually put some more foliage and rock work in. Actually, funny thing over here, the color of the rocks as the default color is exactly the one I needed over here, bit of a volcanic stone color, which makes a lot of sense. And yeah, so the hardest part actually was to find a way to make the tree look good, even though the texture has been cramped up dramatically. So from a distance, the tree looks still pretty perfect, but if you go very close to it, which you would do with the build itself, it just becomes a mess. Like, the texture is obviously stretched over kind of I don't know, 100 meters or something. So it's ridiculous. And yeah. Now, I built this entrance rather quickly after I have built most of the parts in one of the evening sessions I did. But then I figured, you know what, I'm just going to test if I find another reference image, and I did find it, so I made the actual entrance of Camp Cretaceous Treehouse. But I think, just to be sure that this might actually be it for this build. Like, there are a couple of little things I need to adjust off screen, which I will do eventually. But they're not much important, not that much of an importance now. So we will figure that out later. What I will do, though, is I will try to put a restaurant in. But next episode should definitely focus on an actual habitat. And we will have a pretty nice kind of open open field viewing platform, viewing tower area for the Camarasaurus, and I think this is going to be where the zip line is going to be incorporated and stuff. So yeah, I have a couple of ideas to realize that, but this will be focused on the beauty side of things, and then the one after is going to be a carnivore one, just to give you a little heads up already, which is going to be a bit more of a bunker styled version. So that's going to be very exciting. I'm really excited to really dive into these builds. It's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. Anyhows, we are closer, getting ever so much closer to the real-time part. So I want to put a little hook in here for those of you who actually did listen to this point in time. Please go crazy in the comments to show the love to this video that you can do. And also let me know what is your favorite creature of this beta. Do you actually have the beta and can you play it? And also, what are you looking most forward to? That's the first thing. Secondly, if you have watched Camp Cretaceous, what is your favorite location that was actually revealed throughout this series? And what do you think of especially season 1 and 2 in terms of showing Isla Nublar during the events of Jurassic World? Please let me know all of your little insights, what you think about it, and obviously what you think about the idea making Camp Prehistoric in here, which is obviously a shameless, steal deal from Camp Cretaceous. Anyhow, last I guess is going to be make a little flower bed with the Jurassic logo, which is basically the is it actually the Indominus skull in that sense? But I think it's still the T-Rex skull, but just a little bit different, right? Whatever. It's just not the best thing I've ever done. I just tested a couple of things here and there. Never mind. We are nearly done with the with the voiceover part. So we see each other again after the cut in the real-time part. So thank you for now, and I'll see you in a couple of seconds. And there we go, everyone. This is the real-time part you've all been waiting for, and we are in here in this build. So you can see there are some dinosaurs already roaming around as the Parasaurolophus here in the front, as we can clearly tell. Let me just pause the game real quick to get you this wonderful view. Gosh, I do love that. I still do love this view, like here with the camp in the background. Obviously, we are going to make some actual cool treehouse like sections through these trees, and then people can walk from A to B or whatnot. But you can actually see the size, the sheer size of it with this Parasaurolophus in the front here, and then in comparison to the build, I'm just gonna put on play so we can see this wonderful creature doing a little flippy flip here with the feet. Have you seen that? Just adjusting the feet. Yeah, one thing that I really think is already a bit worrying is the fact that I do already have some severe frame issues here and there. But I mean, man, I just already tested the game to its to its maximum. Funny part is, if I zoom out, the performance goes a lot better. So I'm quite certain that maybe if we do a very spread out park, that this is gonna make a lot more sense. Now, let me quickly show you the things here in detail. You can, oh my god, I love that. Like the dinosaurs just lying in front here, and they're like, yeah, don't mind us. We're just going to chill over here. Now, the guests are coming in, and I think they also received a bit of rework. At least they look a tad bit better to me, but yeah, this is something I'm gonna look into later. That's not yet quite for what I want to see. Oh my god, this is, I think it's a Thintosaurus or something like that. I always forget, like, can I just quickly check you? Oh wait, I need to check X. This is Mano. Mano is wandering around, and Mano is a, can I just check that? I'm too stupid to that, right? Wandering. Yeah, this is not working. Okay, well, I gotta check that in the nursery later on. But yeah, so let me just focus on the build first of all, because that's what we want to do. So you can see the nurseries in the back. I will do a lot more better builds with this thing, but for the moment, I think this is what we need. Now you can see, going in here, this is the part where it's getting exciting. So if we go all the way in here, you can use that stack. Oh wait, basically this might be why they can't go in here. So this is where you go into the staircase, and then you can just take it easy, go all the way until you are here, and then you are actually inside of the treehouse. I think from the inside it looks rather okay. It's not looking crazy, but I think it's looking okay, and it sells the idea. So that's my focus for that build. And all over, yeah, there's really not that much to talk about. You've seen most of the build in the time-lapse anyways, and you've seen how that works out now, and you can see the guests are roaming around. Shall we just quickly test if actually this is the issue here? So we could make them potentially walk in here if we are... Oh my god, can I just... Yeah, there you go. And also, let me just go in here. So there you go. And I'm going to quickly do a little staircase, so hopefully they are going to be able to move in there then. So put, oh my god, why did I put these things all down there? There you go. Put another down and another one. I'm just gonna make this very flat first of all, just to make sure that they can actually walk there. Not sure if they do, but just, you know, being 100% careful here that this is actually working. So it should, like, there should be enough space for them to roam around, but I'm not sure if this is enough. But let's see. Let's see. This dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, mate. Wait. You can actually do this. You can do this. What are you looking at? Can I move you, by the way? My god, look at the stomach, though. But yeah, again, there is not really anything that they do have to walk to up there. So maybe we are just going to pretty quickly put something down. So let's say guest facilities. Oh my god, the zooming is so... Oh, and I put this all already to the lowest sensitivity. Kiosk nutrition, kiosk shopping. Let's put a nutrition thing in here if we can. Where are you? Kiosk, are you? There you go. Okay, let me just do this because, oh my god, this makes me go nuts. Okay, so I'm gonna move this all the way down. So this is where the kiosk goes. I want to have this in front of the wall, right? Yeah, no, like, hey, where you going? No. Oh my god. Okay, let's put the kiosk down again. Where is it? Is it all the way there? Yeah. Let's bring it all the way back up. My goodness me, I'm so stupid. There you go. There you go. Let's bring it around and flip. There you go. And put it to that wall here. I think this is pretty much where we can put it. There you go. Say yes. Boom. Build. Nice. Sweet. Okay, so this is the burger shop. The burger. Yeah, there's no one actually working. Do I have to put a staff member actually in? I don't really know, to be honest. But yeah, we've got the burger stop here. We just, I haven't focused on anything like that. So management view. I can't really do anything with that, but we have the shop, so the shop is there, so I'm not sure if they need to go there or not, but this is the build, guys. I can't say anything else to that one. I think size-wise this should actually work, whatever. This is the build. This is Camp Prehistoric, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am for the build. I am in particular excited for that one, so hope you guys are too. And now I wish all of you a happy day. Again, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this idea, what you think about Camp Cretaceous in general, what's your favorite character, what's your favorite theme, what's your favorite location that has been revealed during these series, and yeah, so thank you so much. As always, keep putting all your feedback down. It really helps me a lot, and I love watching all these comments and stuff. So thank you for your ongoing support. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Have a good time, have a wonderful hump day, and I talk to you in the next one.